After weeks of soaring infection rates in the community, Northern Ireland's COVID crisis has reached intensive care.
It's a frightening situation. The figures are shocking.
At Derry's Altnagelvin Hospital, in the area worst affected, the medical director's message is stark.
We are in the foothills of this surge, and the numbers that are in our hospital are greater than the numbers at the peak of the last surge in April-May time.
Are you worried you're going to run out of beds?
Oh, we're extremely worried every day in terms of running out of staff, doctors, nurses, running out of beds.
Derry and Straban's 150,000 residents are at the centre of this storm, but the fear is the rest of Northern Ireland is following. And so, after talks late into the night at Stormont, the First Minister announced a blanket circuit breaker lockdown.
I don't shy away from the fact that a lot of these decisions will make a huge impact on people's lives. But they are for 4 weeks. We're very determined that this will be a time-limited intervention.
The new rules come in on Friday and include the closure of all pubs, restaurants and cafes except for takeaway services, a ban on unnecessary travel and on households meeting indoors. Retail, gyms and places of worship will stay open, but with some limitations, and schools will have half-term extended from 1 to 2 weeks. They've been under extra rules since last Monday in Derry and Strabane. Closing the Fir Tree Hotel's bar and restaurant means they lose 85% of revenue. And even with government support, the picture is bleak.
There's a huge amount of cost that is ongoing, regardless of whether we trade or don't trade. So currently we would be into a position where the business would be losing several £1,000s per week.
There are calls for more support from government and residents alike.
We're looking potentially, if we don't get government intervention, at hundreds if not thousands of job losses across this council area. Another worrying statistic. We now need to appeal to our public to get behind the messaging, to get behind the restrictions, to get behind the guidance, to do all they can to support us.
It's a new phase for Northern Ireland, but still no real idea what comes next. Tessa Chapman, 5 News in Strabane.